what's the difference between the great influenza of 1918 and this influenza that's starting to go around the globe?
As far as the pathogenicity, and in other words, how virulent it is, how bad it could be, the belief right now is the death rate could be anywhere from 2 to 10%, depending upon the study. The influenza, the Spanish flu of 1918,
so
was
how many
about
would that be?
2.5%.
So
imagine
give me the
even
math on
5% of 8 billion people, assuming the entire world were infected. 5% of 8 billion people is what, 400 million people?
400 million.
A lot of people. That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
And they say that the R naught value, maybe you can speak to that. What is the R naught value and what does it mean?
It's R, little zero. It's naught is other countries call zeros knots. But essentially it's how many people you can infect. So if the R naught value is 1, you can infect 1 person. That person can go on and infect 1 person, and so forth. That it doesn't spread the disease very much. So if you can infect 2, then each one. You remember that old "each one win 2"?
Right. Yes.
Each person went to Jesus, and the whole world could be
That's
saved.
right.
If each person infects 2, then it can spread pretty efficiently. The R naught value is anywhere from 2.8 to, I've seen as high as 12 in some of the studies.
Wow.
On this coronavirus. And that's based on the information that China is giving us. China is being very parsimonious about the data that they're sharing. And end of December, there was a whistleblower physician in China who started sharing the information with his colleagues online, telling them through emails and texts that there was some kind of new virus that was taking over in Wuhan, in Hubei province. And he was arrested along with 8 other scientists who were spreading that information because they were told they were rumor mongering. They were actually trying to get the truth out. It wasn't actually declared a virus epidemic until early January. But I was following it in early December because I saw mystery pneumonia in China. I follow all sorts of strange phrases online to see what's going on. So I knew that there were these mystery pneumonia patients in Hubei province in Wuhan. And early January, it was suddenly, everybody knew, oh, there's a virus that's killing people and infecting people in Wuhan, China. Now we have what truly is, I just read that the head of the Mayo Clinic has said it is now a pandemic.
Yeah,
Director. So look for who to declare it.
Yeah.
Just for comparison's sake, and this is why I wanted you to explain the R naught value, even if we take the low value of 2.8 or 2, compare that to the traditional influenza, the flu that goes around every year, because we're seeing a lot of mainstream media reports saying, oh, by comparison, the flu is much worse. Far more Americans die from the flu every year than have died from this disease. Well, the R naught value, the number of people who can be infected by 1 person with the flu is what, about 1.2?
Very low.
So if this is, you take the low value of this coronavirus at 2.8 or even 2, it's more communicable, and the mortality rate, the case fatality rate, they're estimating as high as 10%, whereas with the traditional flu virus that goes around every year is what, 0.07%? Something like that.
It's relatively low.
More infectious and more deadly. So we're still in the early days of this. So for the mainstream media to say, be more afraid of the flu than of this coronavirus, it's like,
I just heard that the other day.
being married to this person has trained me to know when the mainstream media doesn't know what it's talking about.
Yeah.
You don't close countries' borders for the flu.
Right. That's right, Zach.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
it's
what's
just read between the lines. Like,
yeah.
you don't. So.